Oh, I wasn't asleep, honest. I was only talking to the ceiling. Snoring. Did you hear me snoring? That's what this is about. Snoring is a big problem for a lot of people. About 40% just in the UK alone suffer from snoring, or more relevant, their partners do, which equates to about 15 million people. So it's not a small issue, it's a very large issue. What causes snoring? Simply put, you've got your airway, and whatever rests on that airway while you're asleep will cause vibrations of the airway, and it will result in that snoring noise. And it will disturb your partner, or it might even disturb you as well. So the challenge is to stop that tongue and other tissues resting on that airways, which causes that vibration noise. Now, a conventional pillow and my colleague here, a conventional pillow is shaped like that. It's usually soft, nice and relaxing. Now the head can weigh up anything up to 5 kilograms on average, which means that a conventional pillow, when the head is resting on that pillow, you'll see the sides come up. Now a snorer particularly will have problems if he lies on his back like that, or she lies on her back like that. The tongue will relax and it will slide downwards and rest onto the airways. And even if the head or the sleeper moves over onto the side, the sides will form from the material that's pushed down by the head and form another sort of obstacle at this side, preventing the head from rolling over onto the side. And it's the same the other way as well. So the tongue will always, with this conventional pillow, slide onto that airways, causing that snoring sound, which is not very good. So the alternative, that's why what this video is about. My creation, what I'm calling the pyramid pillow. It's not like a pyramid, but I go to Egypt a lot, so I've called it a pyramid pillow because of its sort of shape, is resemblance of a pyramid. Basically, it's higher up in the centre and it tapers off at either side, which is why I've called it a pyramid pillow. And the head is discouraged from lying on its back because the person will want to turn over as the head rotates around. So that discourages lying on the back. When the sleeper lies on the side, the tongue now is away from the airway and it moves forward, not resting on the airway, and reduces the chance of that snoring noise. And obviously if the person slides over to the other side, the same is true, the tongue will move away from the airways. Simple. Okay, for anybody who's done first aid, it's established that if anybody is suffering a trauma through an accident or is unconscious or in a coma, the best position to put that person in until help arrives is what's known as the recovery position. So in the recovery position, it's designed that the head is facing forward towards the ground by about 10 degrees or more, or as much as you can really, to prevent the tongue from sliding backwards onto the airways. Because the person is unconscious, there is a real possibility that that person might suffocate and obviously die. So that's the basis of my pyramid pillow, to prevent the tongue from sliding backwards onto the airways, about 10 degrees is required in my pyramid pillow. So on that basis, I'll just take you through another couple of examples. So this example is mechanics of snoring. And if you can just see the tongue in this region is resting against the airway, and the airway will vibrate and cause that snoring noise. However, with my pyramid pillow, the tongue is encouraged to fall forward or slide forward, and you can see just around this location here that the tongue is not resting on the airwave, and the less likelihood of snoring, making the horrible snoring noise.
So how did I make my pillow? It's quite easy really. I bought some memory foam. Memory foam is fantastic for this product. It's obviously got memory, so if you compress it down, it will return to its original shape, unlike a conventional pillow. All I have to do really is create 10 degrees from the center with a little bit of curve in the middle. I will put the dimensions on that I have used, but basically it's 200 millimeters high. So I'm going to stick with that. Now, I found when I created this that this particular pillow wasn't high enough for me, because I'm a big guy. So I have another pillow underneath to raise it up by another couple of inches, just for my own personal comfort. So what I did is create a template, but you could, a chipboard, you could use cardboard, and then just as a guide. And I found the best way to cut this was a bread knife. I guess a sharp knife would do it as well, but it's really as simple as just following the guide. And cutting until you get that shape that you want. You don't have to be scientific about it really, as long as it's quite smooth. So I use a quilted insert. Now the key really is to get the pillow to fit a conventional pillowcase, because you don't want to have to go out and buy an expensive pillowcase. So if it is a little bit long for you to get it into the pillowcase, then as you can see, what I've done is taken an inch or so at each end, and you could actually reduce the width to get it in the pillowcase. Keeping the height is the important bit, because if you have less height here, then the memory foam won't be as effective, and you'll end up with very little memory foam at the ends as well. So that's that. So you can see here, these are arbitrary dimensions really, as long as it fits a pillowcase. The main thing is the height. So it came out at just over 200 meters, but that wouldn't make 2.5 wouldn't make a difference. 200 millimeters. Again, the 700 and the 400, as long as it fits in the pillowcase, that's the main thing. And then, rather than just have a point at the top, just round it off nicely for comfort, and that should be okay. And I cannot remember the last time my grandma, my wife, turned me over to stop me from snoring. So it's worked for me. I can't guarantee it'll work for everybody, because we're all different and we're all different sizes and shapes. But from the cost point of view, it's worth a try. Give it a go. Thank you.